Hey, so, I'm an idiot. I have completely misinterpreted VSPW, and I've been kind of awful at scaling. Goku does not scale like I said he does. Stick around to find out what he really is. So, first we have to understand what went wrong. Before, I was scaling Goku to high complex multiversal. I misinterpreted VSPW's tiering system, and I thought that 7 infinite universes within one multiverse would put him at high complex multiversal, when in reality that would be low multiversal. But don't fret, Dragon Ball fans, I can get him back to around the same strength, maybe even higher. We're going to go over 2 scales. Both of these scales have validity, it's just up to your interpretation of them. A simple difference between highball and lowball. Well, the first one isn't really lowball, it's more of a logic ball, but whatever. We'll start with the lower end one. In this scan, Goku and Beerus clash fists, and Elder Kai states that they could destroy the entirety of Universe 7, which would be the big macrocosm we all know. I won't be reading it out, as this is just a short informational video. Look at it yourself. So let's scale that macrocosm. Let's start with the bottom half. The living universe is stated to be infinite in size, and the demon realm is said to be a parallel world to it, making it infinite as well. This would make the bottom half, or the living world, low multiversal and a 4th dimensional space. Now the top half, otherworld. Heaven is objectively dimensionally transcendental of the living world. It's said to be that, and it's said that it looks down on the lower half of the macrocosm. This would make it 5th dimensional. Then there's the Kaio realm. The Kaio realm contains heaven, along with several other constructs. And to be bigger than an infinite 5th dimensional construct is to be 6th dimensional. Then there's the rest of the afterlife, which is all relatively the same size as the Kaio realm, one being hell. I could get into all the infinities, but I don't have to. These little constructs of the same size don't couple together to make something bigger like I thought. The dimensionality is the most important thing. The misconception I had was I thought that 2 infinities would create a low complex multiverse, but that's simply false. I'd have to prove that the second infinity exists above the first for it to get to that tier. Otherwise, it's just low multiversal. Anyways, I'm going on a side tangent, let's get back to the scale. Now there's the Kaioshin realm, not to be confused with the Kaio realm. Remember how I said that heaven looks down on the living world? Well, the Kaioshin realm is said to look down on the entire 6th dimensional macrocosm in the same way. This could be interpreted as otherwise, but personally, I think this could get Goku to 7th dimensional, or still high complex multiversal, just another dimensional layer. So yeah, he's still high complex multiversal, literally exactly the way I thought. The only difference is how I got there this time. Now, we're gonna go over the severe highball scale that can get Goku to outerversal. But before I do that, I do want to address GT. If you've seen any of my more recent GT videos, you've seen the feat where he shakes the entire afterlife. And yeah, that puts GT Goku at 6th dimensional high complex multiversal. Now, Super Goku is 7th dimensional high complex multiversal and still destroys GT Goku without difficulty. But these guys are a lot closer in strength than I thought in earlier videos. Anyways, Goku Highball. So here we've got some statements. 2 in fact. Here, it states that heaven transcends dimensions. And here's a tweet from Koyama that confirms that as well. So the first thing is from the Daizenshu, and that is a mistranslation. Here's the real one. It says, in a realm hard to grasp located just above the human world, the gods in the dimension of the heavens observe the land. Rather than backing up outerversal Goku, this just further validates my high complex multiversal scale, confirming that heaven is just above the living world. Now for that tweet. That statement was made by Koyama, one of the people who worked directly with Toriyama on the anime script writing. Now, one could say that Toriyama cites him as a valid source for cosmology on multiple occasions, and that is true, but Koyama himself literally says the opposite. It seems that there's a lot of confusion on what's valid for this macrocosm scaling, and the final verdict from me is that these scans are usable, but it's very questionable. You can highball Goku to outerversal if you want, but a singular tweet from a scriptwriter who doesn't even consider himself a proper source is not enough to convince me. 7th dimensional, high complex multiversal Goku, or 6th dimensional if you're using GT. But before I end the video, I do want to go over some of my older videos and just tell you valid or not, based on my new scaling. The original GT vs Super Goku has been invalid for a long time. I might reboot that video for current purposes, but after watching this video, you kind of already know how they scale. I don't want to repeat myself, so maybe not. Goku vs Saitama, still valid. Goku vs Superman, still valid. SpongeBob slams your favorite character, not valid. SpongeBob's multiversal plus. Goku vs Sonic, not valid. Sonic is multiversal plus. Kratos vs Goku, not valid. Kratos is multiversal plus. Thor vs Goku, not valid. Thor is low multiversal. Sun Wukong vs Goku, valid. Gogeta vs Vegito, valid of course. Fortnite strongest first, still valid, sadly. I was wrong about Dragon Ball GT, invalid. Omega Shenron versus Beerus, invalid. Beerus is stronger than you think, invalid. He's high complex multiversal, he's not hyper. Goku and Kratos versus Doomslayer, invalid. Doomslayer is low multiversal. Goku versus Aizen, invalid. Aizen is multiversal plus. DC Comics Cosmology Power Scale, valid. Cosmic Armor Superman versus Xenogoku, valid. Naruto versus Luffy isn't close, valid. So, yeah, sadly, a bunch of my old videos are now invalid. They're still good watches, they still provide a lot of information, but if you do go back to these videos after watching this, please keep in mind what the real scaling is. Don't fall for my old tricks, I was literally wrong about everything. Yeah, I'll be better as a creator in the future, no more misinformation from the great Saiyaman. Saiyaman out, bye.
Thank you for watching this almost perfect video.
Can you drop the ego for 1 second?
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell for future updates. Or else. Ha ha ha!